Okay, today in this video we're going to cover Excel Module 2 Project 1A. We'll start by downloading the instructions. Double check my mic and make sure everything's working there. After we hit enable editing there, we will go and download the start file, which is this one right here. And once we open that up, we will immediately go and save that. We'll make an Excel Module 2 folder. And when you go to save, we'll go ahead and change that file name there. And now we're ready to jump in and work on our project steps. First part here says you are an assistant manager at Rough Stitching Clothing, a boutique clothing store. The store owner has asked you to generate a report detailing the financials of the store from 2018 to 2021, and at the same time format the store staff list. And it says switch to the profit analysis worksheet and apply the office theme to the workbook. Profit analysis is this one right here. And we're going to go to themes, and they want you to apply the office theme. And we'll go ahead and save that. Alright, number 2 says update the column and row sizes in this worksheet as described below. They want you to change the width of column A to 15. There's a couple different ways you can do that. I prefer to just right click on there and change that to 15, the column width. Save that part. And then part B says apply the auto fit to row 1 so that the row height best fits the content it contains. I'll go down here and select row 1, double click on that, and you'll see that displays that there. Alright, number 3 says in cell B9 create a formula using the sum function to total values in range B5 through B8 to determine the total sales in 2018 across all departments. So we're going to go right here to cell B9. I'm just going to use the auto sum button. There's a couple different ways you could do it, but I'm just going to hit the auto sum button. And they want B5 through B8 right there. So make sure you select B5 through B8 and then hit enter. And the second part of that says copy the formula you just created in cell B9 to the range C9 through E9 to calculate the total sales for the following 3 years. All you're going to do is just take this, use your autofill button and copy that over. Hit the save button there. And number 4 says format the range B9 through E9 using the accounting number format with 0 decimal places and $ as a symbol. It says hint, depending on how you complete this action, the number format may appear as custom instead of accounting. Let's go through here, and we've already got that selected. So we're going to apply the accounting number format. And they want you to make sure that it has 0 decimal places. So I'm just going to go and format that right there. Now mine says custom up there. If we want to, we can right click on it and choose format cells, and you can actually go to accounting and change that to 0 decimal places right there. Just click OK. Either one of those ways they give you the same thing. I'm not 100% positive if Sam counts it wrong if it still says accounting up there, but we'll leave it like that. Number 5 says change the fill color of the range A9 through E9 to yellow. And that's the fourth column, first row of the standard colors palette. We still have that selected. And we want to change that right there to yellow. Let's go ahead and hit our save button. And number 6 says apply a top and thick bottom border cell to the range A9 through E9. Your borders are right here. They want you to choose top and thick bottom border, which is that one right there. Go ahead and hit our save button there. Now, number 7 says you want to calculate some business statistics, and that's average, highest, and lowest sales figures from each year across all departments. In cell B10, create a formula using the average function to calculate the average sales figure across all departments. And that's the average of B5 through B8. So let's go down to cell B10. Go to our insert function. I have used the average function recently, so I'm just going to choose average right there and click OK. And that's going to be the average of B5 through B8, which is this part right here. I'm just going to select that and hit OK or hit enter. And it says using the fill handle, copy the formula you just created in cell B10 to all cells in the range C10 through E10. So that's this part right here. We're just going to click and drag that over here. That copies that part in there. Now, number 8 and 9 are you're going to be doing the same basic thing. On B11, you're going to use the max function, and B12, you're going to use the min function. So I'm going to kind of do all those at the same time right here. B11, that's going to be max. I've recently used that one, so it's right there. It's also under, you can find it under statistical functions and find max there if you'd like. For me, it's easier if I've just recently used it, so I'm going to use max. And I'm going to select B5 through B8. And click OK, and then I'm just going to click and drag that over. Do the same thing with the min function right there. Don't know if I've recently used the min. There it is right there. And then I'm just going to go select B5 through B8 there, click OK, and then copy it over. And we'll go ahead and hit our save button. Alright, that was numbers 8 and 9. Number 10 says you need to determine the profit generated each year across all departments. In cell B22, create a formula without using a function that subtracts the total expenses for 2018 from the total sales for 2018. So all it's going to be is B9 minus B19. And that is going to go down in cell B22, so it's equals. And then I'm going to click on cell B9. I guess it subtract or minus cell B19. That's your revenues minus your expenses. And hit enter there. And then it says copy the formula you created in cell B22 to the range C22 through E22. So we're just going to take this and we're going to copy this over to the right. And we'll hit our save button. See, we have 1 year as negative numbers. Now, number 11 says you want to visually highlight any year with a loss, which is i.e. a negative profit. Apply a conditional formatting rule to the range B22 through E22 as described below. So that's this part that we have selected right there. Use the new rule option. So when we go to do this, we want to go to conditional formatting, new rule, and this is what's going to pop up right there. It says select the rule type, format only cells that contain. So that is this one right here. And it says change the rule description to format only cells with a cell value of less than 0 with a red fill color. So right here, you leave that cell value. Instead of between, you're going to choose less than, and then type in the number 0. And then the fill color needs to be red right here, as you see right there. So we'll go and choose Format, Fill, and your fill color should be red, which is this one right here. I do believe that's red. I'm trying to go get the screen tip to pop up. There you go. And then click OK, and you'll see their fill color right there is red on the negative number. Now, number 12 says modify the worksheet format as described below. It says change the page orientation of the worksheet to portrait. So just going to go to page layout, orientation, change it to portrait. Hit my save button while we're at it. And then change the margins to narrow. And margins right here, we'll change those to narrow. And we'll save that while we're at it as well. Number 13 says add a header to the worksheet and then enter rough stitch clothing profit analysis in the center section. You want to get into your views there and just do page layout and then click up there where it says add header, and you're going to type in rough. Whoa, I don't know what I just did there. Let's escape through. Let's undo that part. I'm not exactly sure what I clicked on there. Let me hit enter right here. Okay, I think alright, I didn't mess anything up. Just click up at where it says add header, and then you're going to type in rough stitch clothing profit analysis. And we're just going to click off of that, and we're going to go back to our normal view right there. Hit the save button. Alright, number 14 says click on, whoa, sorry about that. Let me go undo what I just did. It says click on cell A1 and then check the spelling to identify and correct any errors on the worksheet. It says hint, you should find and correct at least one spelling error. So we're going to go right there, click review, spell check. Let's change that one and then click OK. And our save button there. Okay. Now, number 15 says switch to the employee discount worksheet, which is this one right here. Rough stitch, and it says Rough Stitch Clothing offers employee discounts based on how long an employee has worked at the store. All employees forget to enter their employee IDs, so you need to input this information. The ID of an employee consists of the first letter of his or her first name and last name together, followed by a dash, the first two letters of the department followed by a dash, and the department code. It says, for instance, in cell D4, enter the text MA-WO-010. It says select the range D3 through D7 and then use flash fill to fill the range. And let's take a look at this part right here. You already have this one right there typed in. If you notice here, this employee's name is Stephanie Michalski, and the employee ID starts with SM. So if you come down here to cell D3, type in MA, or capital M, capital A, dash, what is this one? WO. Should automatically start filling these things in here. If not, you can go down here and it should, once you type in the J part right there, it should automatically fill those in, and that's what yours should look like when it's done. When you go to turn this in, as long as you have those correct numbers in there, they should fill in correctly and count it correct for you when you go to turn it in. Okay, number 16 says the range F3 through F7 shows each employee's discounts. It says format the range F3 through F7 using the percentage number format with 0 decimal places. So we're going to go and choose F3 through F7. Oh, sorry about that. Let me undo that. We want the percentage number format, which is this one right here. And how many decimal places did they ask for here? 0 decimal places, so we don't have any decimal places there. That's good. Let's save that. Number 17 says format the date value in cell B9 using the short date, and it's 3/15/2018 number format. So B9 is right here. I'm going to right click on that one, choose format cells, and then we are going to use the one, the very first one that you see on there. It says 3/14/2012 on it. Click OK. And then number 18 says change the page orientation of the worksheet to landscape. We'll go to page layout here, excuse me, and we're going to change the orientation to landscape. We will save that. And let's go take a look here. This is what the profit analysis worksheet should look like, and this is what the employee discount worksheet should look like. Once you're done, we will save that, and we will go ahead and let's turn that in, and let's see how we did on it. Once we have it submitted, we'll get our check marks there, and let's go and check our report and see how we did on that one. And there's Excel Module 2 Project 1A. Let's open that up and take a look and see how we did. If we've made any mistakes, we can go back and correct them. And it looks like we made one error we need to go back and fix right here. Got to change the fill color of range A9 through E9 to yellow. Let's go back and open that up and see what we did wrong on that one. My computer is behaving poorly right now. We'll see what we did wrong here. There we go. Sorry about that. I was getting a little impatient. And I left off the fill color right here. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to use my format painter and I'm going to paint it onto my total right there. And that should, actually let's undo that and make sure we get that correct here. Select all of that right there. And our fill color needs to be yellow. And what is the other thing that I missed on there? The profit analysis worksheet should be formatted using top and thick bottom. And actually somebody in the class earlier this morning made this exact same mistake. It's that one right there. Let's save that. And let's close that. And let's go back and turn that in again so we can get our grade up. Go back and resubmit that and make sure we got our grade up. And let's see, where's Excel Module 2 Project 1A? Let's open this one up, make sure we got a 50 out of 50 on it. And there we go. We corrected the one error. Now we got a 50 out of 50. I hope this video helped. If it helped, leave me a comment and let me know. If it didn't help, leave me a comment and let me know as well. Apologize for the small error. Thank you very much for watching.